What's up guys, Power of the Barn here, and I am again kind of tired, but that doesn't matter because today we have our first semifinals match of the Phoenician Gauntlet. It is Jared versus Haruno. Both of these players actually were able to prove me wrong in the quarterfinals. I predicted that we would have a Duck versus Daniel semifinals on this side of the bracket actually, but instead it was both Jared and Haruno who managed to defeat their respective opponents. So Jared is playing Ike, Nana, and Sirius, and Haruno is playing Elise, Femui, and Tiki. I think that from off the bat, I think Haruno is greatly advantaged to take this set just from a matchup perspective alone. I think that Femui should have no issue dealing with any of Jared's decks. I think Tiki should have no issue dealing with any of Jared's decks with the exception of maybe Nana. Elise, same thing really. Elise might have some trouble with Ike. Haruno had some difficulty dealing with Duck's Ike in the quarterfinals match that he played against Ike. I think that as long as Sirius does not sneak a win off of Femui or Tiki, Elise should be almost guaranteed to beat Sirius. And I think that'll be Haruno's last resort, I guess. The fact that it's going to be really difficult for Sirius to beat Elise. So I think that for Haruno to win this set, he just needs to make sure that Sirius doesn't beat Tiki or Femui, and then he has basically a guaranteed avenue of escape, if you will. So yeah, I think Sirius has basically no chance of beating Tiki. I think if Jared ends up beating Haruno, my prediction is what's going to happen is that Sirius is going to beat Femui, and then Elise won't be able to get past Nana or Ike. So I think that Haruno probably just wants to lead off with Tiki, then go to Elise, then go to Femui, because I think Femui has a decent chance at beating any of Jared's decks. He could also just start with Elise too, but I feel like, yeah, I guess there isn't too much reason why he wouldn't start with Elise, but I think that starting with Elise or Tiki, equally reasonable. I just want to start with Femui if I was him. But yeah, I think that Haruno's probably going to win this set. I think it's definitely within Jared's capability to win this set, but I mainly just think that Sirius is going to anchor Jared down too hard. Jared's Sirius build, as I've mentioned before, is a pretty fat build, runs Liana. I don't really know how I feel about that. And I think that as a whole, aggro struggles against control, and all of Haruno's decks are control-y. Femui is his only deck that isn't really a control deck, but even Femui, as far as mid-range decks go, is probably the best scaling mid-range deck in the game. And generally, decks that scale late in this game tend to have the best aggro matchups because they can afford to just camp and stall out aggro the easiest. So yeah, I foresee this set being pretty close because I'm pretty sure Jared is going to take a game off of Haruno with Nana, almost guaranteed. And I think Jared definitely can take a game off of Haruno with Ike too. I just don't see Jared taking a game off of Haruno with Sirius, so I'm going to predict that Haruno beats Jared 3-2. I underestimated Sirius against Daniel though. Sirius managed to defeat Ike, which is something that I never saw coming. So who knows? Jared could pull off the upset here. We'll find out though.